think it's nicely put, cautiously optimistic. I think it's great that we've qualified, and I think we've got a really good young side that can be planning, I think, for the Euros more than the World Cup. But no European side has won in South America, so we've got to be realistic enough to think that our chances are going to be slim. It's not to say we can't win it, but we've probably only got a 5 to 10% chance of winning it over there in Brazil. But I think we've got some youngsters, if they're sort of bred, if you like, for the Euros, I think we could be very dangerous in the Euros, and I think that's something that's invaluable for these young kids to go across and get that experience in the World Cup in Brazil.
I'm optimistic that they will go through the group stages, and with a good draw they can do very well. As to whether they can actually win it, of course, because there are lots of teams who can, but as to whether they will win it, I don't think that they will win it, but I believe that they can, because there are teams who are equally as good, if not better. So for us to expect to win because we're English is wrong and it's stupid. But I think that all you can ask any manager to do is maximise the potential of the team. Now, the potential of this team, I know in the group stages we should go through, and I believe we will go through. Then with a favourable draw, we can progress. But to say now that we are going to win it, because if with the next round we play against Brazil, we are probably going to lose. So, when you come to cup matches and cup competitions, it's hard to say that, I think we can win it or we're going to win it. Well, I've known it always was. The fact that we didn't hear it doesn't mean it's not going to be there anymore. And the fact that you want to pass sanctions and legislation and fine people, as we have done over the last 20 years, doesn't mean we're going to get rid of racism. That's not the answer. So as much as a lot of people are pushing for sanctions and pushing for fines, all that will do is then you won't hear it, but it still exists. So the only way to get rid of it is through education, through explaining to people why it's wrong to feel the way they do, why it's wrong to have that perspective on somebody else. And no one has ever done that. All they're doing is saying, when you say we're going to fine you. So, is that going to get rid of racism? That's not going to get rid of racism. What it'll do is, maybe they'll kick CSK and Moscow out. I don't know, maybe they close the stadium, but you'll still have a lot of racists. That's not the way to get rid of it.